The Grand Holy Royal Arch Chapter of Pennsylvania is proud to support the Ronald McDonald House Charities as their primary charity and encourages all their subordinate chapters to contribute as well.
Hello, my name is Michael Turles, and I'm the Executive Director at the Ronald McDonald House of Danville, and we just want to take this time to truly thank the Royal Archmasons for their wonderful relationship we've had with them. Since 2010, they have raised over $90,000 for our families and campers. They have not only raised that amazing amount of funds for us, but they've also extended their hearts to help us with our own fundraisers and to even come in and cook meals for our families, to decorate our exteriors for the holidays. We are truly grateful for that relationship. Thank you so much.
In the 1970s, Dr. Audrey Evans, a pediatric oncologist working at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, saw families spend night after night in the hospital while their children received life-saving medical treatment. She knew there had to be a better way and envisioned a house where families could stay during these stressful and uncertain times. At the same time, the Philadelphia Eagles were raising funds in support of player Fred Hill, whose daughter Kim was undergoing treatment for leukemia. Eagles general manager Jimmy Murray eventually met with Dr. Evans and became a champion for her cause. He reached out to Eagles advertiser McDonald's with the idea that they offer the proceeds from their shamrock shakes to benefit this new house. McDonald's agreed, and the Philadelphia Ronald McDonald House was born on October 15, 1974. It was named not only because of McDonald's fundraising support, but also for the positive, hopeful, and fun-loving feeling Ronald McDonald was able to instill in the minds of so many children. Today, there are over 300 Ronald McDonald houses located worldwide. Every Ronald McDonald house is autonomous and owned by a not-for-profit corporation in the city where it is located.
I'm Marwin Cummings. This is my daughter Tracy Cummings. And July 20th, 1988, she was in a horrible accident on Route 15 in the area of Liberty, Pennsylvania. We get there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they meet us with the trauma nurse and the chaplain. So we spent 100 days in Geisinger parking lot, my wife, my ex-wife and I, and we kind of felt guilty taking up a room from somebody that had cancer or something like that. So my brother-in-law had brought this motorhome down, so we stayed in a motorhome. And then we would go to the Ronald McDonald House sometimes late in the evening to take a shower, and then we kind of edged our way in. Kathy said we snuck in. We were going into the Ronald McDonald House and showering rather late at night. And then somebody saw us, or we got a conversation with somebody, and so we made arrangements to use the Ronald McDonald House for showers and also use their washer and dryer while we were down there. Amazing thing was watching the physical therapy, the occupational therapy, and the speech therapy, and watching the lights turn on. Watching the lights turn back on for that brain. Now, 2 years later, she graduated valedictorian of her class. So she did better than her dad. But anyway, That's our story.
When I was a little kid, my family lived in Allentown, but my brother was sick and he needed to go to CHOP. And he was being treated as an inpatient for months. And if it wasn't for the Ronald McDonald House, my mom wouldn't have been able to take care of me and still be there with him while he was dealing with his illness. I know that there were times we didn't know we were going to Philadelphia. I know there were times that the Ronald McDonald House was full and they would help get charity rates at local hotels so that we could still stay close to him while he was getting treated. They would help even when they didn't have room in the mansion. So now that I'm a nurse, I feel like having gone through that and having seen that other piece of what it takes to take care of somebody who's sick, I think that that has helped shape my style when I'm taking care of other people's family members. And I think as a Royal Arch Mason, it's really great to be able to continue supporting the Ronald McDonald House.
My name is Stephen F. Buckanavage. I am originally from Shenandoah Heights, Pennsylvania, and now residing for about the past 20 years in Pitman, Pennsylvania. Well, a number of years ago, my daughter Alexis Maria was diagnosed with brain cancer. At the time, we were told she was going to be needing very, very soon, almost immediately, surgery, and after the surgery, she would need radiation therapy. Of course, we were devastated. We were told of a place called the Ronald McDonald House in Danville, PA. That time it was on Bloom Street. Had no idea what it was. What we found wasn't just there for a place to eat and a place to sleep. It was there to comfort us because it was one of the most difficult times we had ever experienced in our life. The house provided more love, more comfort, more understanding about what we were going through and others who were staying there than I could ever imagine. It touched me in a very, very special way. All kind of amenities were available to us, and when I say that, the medical care, along with social services, along with clergy, to help us pray and hope that our child, along with many other children, would get better and be able to leave the hospital and go on their way home. Those of us who were able to take our children home were also helped with that. The house provided the help and comfort and provided people to talk to us and make that transition much easier and set things up to get home. It's not just a house to stay at. I truly believe in my heart it is the house that love built. It radiates love inside and outside. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I'm a regular Joe. I pay my bills, I have food on the table, a roof over my head. But what I've always said, and I tease, hopefully that tease will come through someday, if I hit the lottery, the first charity on my list will be the Ronald McDonald House, to give back to them for all the love they gave to my family and my Alexis. And I would do it in memory of my daughter Alexis Maria Buckanavage, because the Lord called her home. And very difficult to accept, but I know she's happy, and she looks down on us, and hopefully on that house where she stayed, and appreciated everything they did for her also.
The Grand Chapter formally adopted the Ronald McDonald House as the official charity of the Grand Holy Royal Arch Chapter of Pennsylvania in 1997. During the term of Most Excellent Companion Norman E. Flaherty, Most Excellent Past Grand High Priest, he recognized the need for the Grand Chapter to have a dedicated charity. During his term of office, he traveled to the Ronald McDonald Houses in Pittsburgh, Danville, Hershey, and Philadelphia to present donations of $3,000 to each house. Today, the Grand Chapter supports 5 Ronald McDonald Houses across the state of Pennsylvania with locations in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Danville, Hershey, and Scranton. In 2021 alone, the Grand Chapter and its subordinate chapters raised over $36,000 for donation to local Ronald McDonald houses. The Grand Holy Royal Arch Chapter of Pennsylvania continues to encourage the support of the Ronald McDonald House charities. In 2021, Most Excellent Companion Michael W. Klinger, Most Excellent Grand High Priest, created the Joshua Award program to encourage fundraising efforts by the subordinate chapters and to recognize the chapter which demonstrated extraordinary support of the Ronald McDonald House charities in any given year. Each year, the chapter raising the highest dollar amount per capita will be presented with a Crystal Award at the Grand Chapter Annual Communication in December. During its inaugural year, the Joshua Award was won by members of the Tioga Royal Arch Chapter number 194, Tioga, Pennsylvania, who raised more than $12,000 during the 2021 capitular year for donation to the Ronald McDonald House of Danville. The Grand Chapter commends all subordinate chapters for their hard work and creativity in fundraising events. These activities included 50-50 drawings, several raffles for guns, a custom-made Stratocaster-style guitar, and several Seneca Lake wine tours. We are very proud of the work of all of our chapters, our Grand Chapter of Pennsylvania, and the Ronald McDonald House charities. We hope that you will continue to support them in any way possible. If you would like more information, please visit the Grand Holy Royal Arch Chapter of Pennsylvania at paroyalarch.org.